on, YouTube world? This is Norfolk Southern Storm, along with
Ashley Bennett.
And I have her with me tonight because on today's episode of My Coaster Reviews, or as Michael likes to tease me as radio reviews, because I once butchered it as radio reviews. Yes, Michael, I'm calling you out. No, just kidding. Love you, brother. Yeah, he knows. But, I have Ashley here with me because on today's episode of My Coaster Reviews, we are going to be reviewing probably one of the most iconic, most popular roller coasters of all time. And we both know this very well. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's just say it has been a fan favorite since day one.
For sure, yes.
And that, my friends, we are reviewing Millennium Force. That's right, Millennium Force. Millennium Force debuted on May 13th, 2000. It is an Intamin Giga Coaster. Yes, Intamin Giga Coaster. A first of its kind. I'll get to that, and I will get to that in a minute. With that said, we're gonna get to the first features, and that is the length, height, and drop. The length of this track is about 6,959 feet. Fairly long coaster. And that's what she said.
Yeah, my husband would have totally said that.
So would Javier.
Oh, yeah.
Javier, I know you're watching this. Love you, babe. Can't wait to see you. And it stands at 310 feet tall, which to this day is still in the top 10 of the world's tallest roller coasters. Probably like 7th or 8th.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
That was, of course, until Top Thrill Dragster came along. We'll get to that later on this season.
Oh yeah.
and then Fury came around, and then yeah.
Another one I want to ride too.
And which by the way, I one of these days I am gonna go to Carowinds. And
I would love to go there. Oh my gosh.
And I'll figure it out myself. I'll go to Carowinds. I'll go to King's Dominion. I'll go to them all.
I would love to.
One day.
Oh yeah.
But we're not going to talk. We're not talking about Fury or Intimidator. Sorry, guys, because I have not ridden those yet. We're talking about the one that started it all, M-Force. Anyway, it stands at 310 feet tall, and the drop is a whopping 300 feet tall. So literally almost all the way straight down.
Yeah.
And she knows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was scared of it at first. But then once you ride it once, it's game over.
Yeah, I can say the same. When I first rode this thing, I think I was like back row on it too. Which made it even worse.
Ooh, yeah. I normally stick to the middle. I've never run in the front yet, but I want to one day.
Oh. You gotta do front row at least once.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
I can most definitely tell you that.
Yeah.
Although, okay, back row you get more of a whiplash, and I have done it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, when you're sitting in the back row and you're approaching that hill, you have no idea. It just whips you down. And you're just like, holy crap!
Yeah.
It'll get you, and especially with the angle that it is.
Angle is crazy.
In which, speaking of which, that's the next feature features, and that is the speed, angle, and duration. This beast right here goes at 93 miles per hour. Now, I know what you're thinking. When it first made its debut, it was 92 miles per hour. Why did you go up one? Well, because it did.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. When it made its debut, it was technically 92 miles per hour. Oh, a whole whopping 1 mile per hour faster. I don't think it makes a difference.
No, I don't think so. No, yeah. Something it's over 100.
I mean, it could. It could up one and go 100. No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I can just imagine that. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, battle it out with top through a dragster.
Right.
Okay, who's gonna win this one? All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the angle is at 80 degrees, so it's very steep.
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
Definitely.
Almost straight down. Almost.
Yeah.
Not quite, but almost. And to think, half of the coasters at Cedar Point are like 90-degree drops.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Say Valraven for one.
Valraven. And Maverick's actually
Maverick's Beyond, yeah.
Yeah. That one's nuts. Anyways, that's for another day.
And Steel Vengeance, can't forget that one.
I haven't rode that yet.
You'll love it.
Yeah, I haven't been up there since they opened it.
I will tell you, you will love it.
I know I will. Yeah.
I know we're not reviewing Steel Vengeance now, but I'm gonna tell you, it blows the M out of Millennium Force.
Yeah, that's good.
That's how insane it is.
Someday. Yeah.
That's how insane it is. It is nuts.
Yeah, definitely want to ride it.
If you can, try to get all rows, like not every single row, but do one in the front, one in the middle, and one in the back.
Oh yeah,
you get a whole different experience on all 3 rows, and it's all awesome either way. Like, whew. But back row, yeah, yeah. But enough about Steel Vengeance. I'll review that later on this season. We're talking about Millennium Force here. Yes, I know.
Sure.
Yes, I know. I'm getting sidetracked again, but you know what y'all know me by now. And the duration is at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It's a 2-minute 20-second ride.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. It's not too terribly long, and it's not too terribly short. In some cases, it feels longer, and in some cases, it feels shorter. But really, it's 2 minutes.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Especially night rides.
I never rode it at night.
That's definitely a must too.
That's another thing I gotta do. Yeah. Yeah.
Fun fact. And fun fact. I actually speaking of now that I'm mentioning night rides. You know how Millennium Force has that light show.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
On it. Oh, which I will mention about that in the layout feature. So at one point the lights were out. Like the Millennium Force lights were out. So Yeah, and I think I was front row on it. And all you could see was just stars when you were going up that lift hill. It was dark. It was dark.
That's cool.
I mean, you can see a little bit of a glare of the coaster, but other than that, yeah, that's all you see.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Wow.
I was like, okay, where's the drop at?
Yeah, that reminds me of the Top Thrill Dragster. That was the only time I rode it was at night. And that's the same thing.
And even better, it was a new moon too, so there was no moon out.
Nice.
It was dark. Cool. It was dark. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move right along to the next feature, and that is the elements. This thing has a cable lift hill. Did I mention it? Oh, yeah. It's got a cable lift hill, and then you have that 169-foot overbanked curve at 220 degrees.
Yeah, that's
Yeet.
Cool.
Yeet. Yeah, that.
Wicked, yeah.
Yeah, that overbank curve, and then you got that first tunnel, followed by
that's crazy.
followed by 182-foot hill. After that, you got some floater time there, followed by 2 overbanked curves. Not 1, but 2. Boom.
Yeah.
And then you approach another hill after that. And then you got that second tunnel. Followed by that overbanked curve at the end. Tell you what though, it's
so cool when you stand in the queue line and you have a train race right by you and you're close to it. It's so cool. I love that.
Especially when you get close to the station, it just whips right on by you like, whoa!
Oh yeah. So cool.
It just goes ring, like whoa.
Mhm.
All right. Next feature is the restraints on this thing. And I'm gonna say it like this: seatbelt first, lap bar second.
Yep.
You know the routine.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about when it comes to that.
Yep.
You got your seatbelt first, and then your hydraulic lap bar.
Mhm.
Which is very cool because now, even though I've never ridden Intimidator before, I heard that now correct me if I'm wrong. I find out then that they have over the shoulder restraints.
I don't know. I haven't seen. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it's lap bars too. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, Millennium Force has those lap bars, so you feel very exposed on this thing. Yeah. It makes you want to hold on tight. This thing's a beast. I can tell you that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now speaking of those hills, next feature is the airtime on this thing. As mentioned in the elements, you got those 2 giant airtime hills.
Oh yeah.
And you do have some floater time in it.
Yeah.
Especially the first one. You will be out of your seat.
The first big hill, yes. Oh
especially the first big hill. You will be out of your seat for a good couple seconds.
Yeah.
And especially if you're a first-time rider, you will have a few grayouts on this thing.
Yeah.
You will have some grayouts.
Definitely.
So, yep. That's
the Millennium Force for nothing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be forceless if it didn't have any airtime now.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah. Definitely.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to the theme on this thing. Now, this thing has very little theming to it, except for that station that it has. It does give it that future look.
The iconic music.
The iconic that station. Oh yeah, the station music. Gotta have that station music.
Oh yeah.
The station music that gets you going and it makes you more anxious to ride it. You're just ready to go. Ready. No.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Back to Millennium Force. Anyway. Yeah, that's the theme. I mean, yeah, there's not too much theme, just that station and the music. That's all.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next feature, and that is the smoothness. Now I will admit it's not very smooth, but it's not very rough either. Like it's like right in the middle.
Mhm.
You're not gonna expect a smooth as butter ride like Steel Vengeance.
No. Or Valraven or something like that. Valraven is so smooth.
Oh yeah. It's kind of smooth, yeah.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I mean, Millennium Force, it goes 93 miles per hour, so you almost can't tell.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, what's smooth? What's rough? It's not gonna be smooth. You're going like 90 plus miles per hour.
Right. It goes so fast you ain't gonna know.
Right? So moving on to the next feature, and that is the layout on this. And all I gotta say is you cannot miss this thing. I mean, you can literally see it all the way from Route 6. From State Route 6. This thing is a monster. And not to mention it gives the best sunset views especially when you go up the lift hill. And if the sky is clear enough when you're all the way at the top, you can see parts of Canada. And perhaps
that's cool.
And perhaps part of Michigan too. Michigan. No.
So cool.
But that's not the best part. Best part is at night when it gives a spectacular light show. Actually, it's kind of tied. I mean, you got that light show at night, amazing sunset views of the lake, and it's what's not to love about the layout on this thing?
Yeah, it's amazing. Love it.
She knows what I'm talking about.
Definitely.
Yeet. Now, moving on to the fun facts about Millennium Force. Millennium Force is the first ever Giga Coaster, which means it is the first coaster to go 300 feet tall. When it first opened in 2000, roughly 20 years ago, it was the world's tallest and fastest coaster. And to this day, I think I mentioned this at the beginning. To this day, it is still ranked in the top 10 tallest coasters in the world. Even though it is slowly sinking out of it, but it's still up there. it's still huge. It's still very tall.
That's crazy to say for coasters 20 years old.
I know.
Crazy.
I know, right? 20 years old, and it still lives up to its name to this day.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Oh, and also, it is also the first coaster to feature an elevator lift hill. An elevator cable lift hill.
Nice.
So that's a first of its kind.
Learn something new every day.
Yep. You and me both.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice.
Now moving on to what I recommend this ride. Plain and simple. If you're afraid of heights, no.
Yeah.
If you're afraid of heights, then definite no. But other than that, definitely put this coaster on your checklist.
Something you have to ride at least once.
Well, absolutely.
Definitely.
And I can say the same for Leviathan, Fury, and Intimidator. Those three are on my bucket list.
For sure, me too.
Oh, and check out Orion too. If you go to Kings Island, check out Orion too. That's another that's another Giga coaster to check out.
I want to ride that so bad.
It's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth.
Been to Kings Island yet.
It's pretty smooth. I can.
I live in Ohio and I've never been to Kings Island. Okay.
Yeah. I actually went there for the very first time this year.
That's nice.
Very first time.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be the last either. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to ride all the coasters because of time and everything, because of COVID and all that.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna. No. Anyway, we're moving on to the final thoughts and rating on Millennium Force. And it is easily a fan favorite and has been for years and years. As a matter of fact, this coaster was voted the best steel coaster by Golden Ticket Awards for several years, like 8 or 9 or so years or something, maybe 10 years.
Oh yeah, I believe it, definitely.
A lot of years before Fury 325 made its debut at Carowinds, and then that took the crown. But even so, however, Millennium Force still lives up to its name. And as mentioned earlier, this year. Now, yes, I know with Corona going on, but this year Millennium Force celebrates its 20th anniversary along with Cedar Point's 150th anniversary. So that's a 2-for-1 thing right there.
Yep.
20 years and counting. You can always count on Millennium. Now,
oh yeah.
Now for a while, Millennium Force was so good that it was a tough choice between this and Maverick as to which one was my favorite before Steel Vengeance came around. Now,
yeah.
Now recently, before Steel Vengeance came, Millennium Force was my favorite. It's not number 1 anymore, and you probably already know why. But it is still in the top 3 of all-time favorites. Now, what do I rate Millennium Force? Take a wild guess. Yep, you guessed it. It's a 10. It's a 10. Come on now. Come on. You really think I was gonna give it a 1? No.
No, we'll say that.
I'm gonna give it a 1 because this thing sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm giving it a 10. Come on now. Man, I should have teased him first. I would have been like, I I'm giving this thing a 1. No, I'm just kidding.
1 is a 0.
It's a 0. It's a -0. No.
Right.
Anyway, that is all, I believe. That is my thoughts, or I should say our thoughts on Millennium Force.
Our thoughts.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed this devious video on Millennium Force. M-Force. No. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, and be sure to subscribe to Miss Ashley over here.
Yeah, I don't really upload, but okay, sure.
Well, subscribe to her anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, we're a couple of Ohio sisters. We need love here.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, what are your thoughts on Millennium Force? Have you ever written it before? Leave a comment below. Do you want to write it? I'm sure. I know you want to write it. I know you want to.
Yeah. The only reason why you would not want to write it is if you're scared of heights.
If you're scared of heights,
if you're not scared of heights, there's no reason not to write it.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, you will gray out on this thing. Especially if you ride it first time around. You will gray out on it.
Yeah. Especially that first drop.
First drop. The first drop for sure. The first drop will get you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than that, the rest of it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Definitely recommend front row. Gotta do front row at least once.
Yep, that's in my future.
You get more wind in your face.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to point this out. The only downside about Millennium Force, unfortunately there always has to be that one downside. That's where all the bugs hang out.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
That's where all the bugs hang out. So if you're at Millennium Force in the middle of the summer, especially like July or August or something, and you're covered in all these black spots you got all these black spots over your face. Yeah. Those are all them bugs. All them bugs all over you. And it makes it kind of hard for me to open my mouth because you don't want to get it in your mouth and you're like, eh. So I'm just like,
right.
So I'm just on there like, Sorry guys, I hope I didn't scare y'all away just by mentioning the bugs. I'd rather take the height. I'd rather take the height now. But anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is Norfolk Southern Storm signing out, along with
Ashley Bennett.
And we'll catch you guys next time, whatever the heck it is that we're doing. Until then, peace out. Have a good night.
Later.
Sharpie.